Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys that we want you guys to stick around for. So please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into this topic here. This debate, for whatever reason, always gets people's emotions flowing and gets people's blood boiling, but it's always a fun one to have. Now, a number of months ago, I'll probably say about 4 or 5 months ago, Iman Shumpert went on the Bootleg Kev podcast. He went on there, and Bootleg Kev is a LeBron guy, and they were talking. And of course, you know, Iman Shumpert is from Chicago, obviously a Chicago Bulls fan, obviously a Michael Jordan supporter. So they were talking, and I think that Bootleg Kev said that he believes that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, and then Iman Shumpert proceeded to hilariously, roast him, right? And everybody was cracking. It was hilarious, right? Iman Shumpert has a way of being sarcastic that's actually very, very, very entertaining, right? So they did that. Now, this morning, while doing some research, for whatever reason, one of his videos was suggested to me, and this particular video had Lamar Odom in it, whom he interviewed, right? And in this particular show, I believe that they were talking about, it was Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. And he asked Lamar Odom about who he thinks is the greatest player of all time and his thoughts about Kobe and LeBron. And it got into like a little little small debate. So for those of you who missed that exchange, it was quite entertaining. What we're going to do is we're going to play for you now, and then we're going to come back and react to their exchange. So take a listen to what they had to say there.
LeBron or Jordan? Who's it go?
Why would you ask me that? Michael Jordan.
I think you're wrong, but that's not here nor there.
I think I'm wrong.
Yeah, I love Jordan. He's up there.
How old are you?
Hey, Jordan's my favorite.
You didn't get to see Michael Jordan?
Of course. I, as a child, I have his posters all over my wall, but I still just think LeBron's better. He's been doing it at a high level way longer than Jordan did. Think about it. The year that Jordan came back and played with the Wizards, by the way, he still was putting up buckets. Almost took him to the playoffs.
People that watch basketball the last 20, 30 years and really got to see Michael Jordan.
I just think that
the reasons why Michael Jordan is great, like LeBron just can't live up.
Yeah, but
it's
you could
good.
say
it's cool to be second though.
But you could say the same thing about Jordan. What? Jordan wasn't as great of a passer as LeBron. Jordan,
no, he couldn't do some things better, but just Michael Jordan.
I mean, LeBron's in what, year 20?
Yes, he's an amazing player. I agree with you.
Did you play?
But just something about Michael Jordan is the it factor.
Did you play?
It's
no, of course.
I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah, it's the 6 rings. It's the killer.
It's the killer instinct. The man. You just can't really compare players. Like
strictly basketball, all time. LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe Bryant. For the same reasons why I'm picking Michael Jordan.
You putting Kobe over LeBron?
Yeah.
I mean, he's your friend.
For one game? I'm talking about for one game.
No, I mean,
you got one game, 2 possessions.
I mean, we're talking about the GOAT list here.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant.
You put Kobe over LeBron?
Kobe Bryant is and the reason why I'm picking Kobe Bryant, because Michael Jordan, he's the set the bar.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant was the only one that was chasing Michael Jordan's greatness. And it was obvious.
Now, when he said, is LeBron better than Kobe, what we can't show you is his face, Lamar Odom's face. He looked at him like, he was like, of course. He was like, and then he goes, why are you asking me this? It's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you asking me this question, right? And Lamar Odom genuinely seemed perturbed by the question. He's like, bro, what the hell is going on here? And then, Bootleg Kev decided to say, LeBron has had a higher peak than Michael Jordan. And then Lamar Odom said, but wait a minute, have you seen Michael Jordan play? Did you get to see him play? And started kind of going back and forth. And then he asked him about Kobe. Now, I'm not going to take too much of what Lamar Odom said about Kobe too seriously, for the same reason I won't take a lot of the things serious about what some LeBron former teammates have said about him, is because they're teammates, right? And generally they're going to support their former teammate. But Lamar Odom did say, Kobe was the only one that had the balls to actually try to actively pursue the career and the greatness of Michael Jordan, and then wasn't afraid to do it, right? And then at the end, you heard him say that he's like, yo, bro, he scored 81 points in the game. Like, what are we talking about here, right? So you heard that exchange. Now, here are my thoughts on all of this. And I've noticed that some LeBron fans have this issue with me, which is they're trying to understand why it's not okay for them to feel like LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, right? They're like, well, why can't he be? And I think a lot of people that feel that Jordan is the best ever, the reason a lot of people push back on you beyond the fact that they're Michael Jordan supporters is because they're like, okay, you're saying that, but you have no way of substantiating that. Essentially, you're throwing out a sentiment that you want to be reality that is based in nonsense. And that's where because if you're going to say that, okay, listen, I think LeBron is one of the 5 greatest players of all time, or 3, whatever, people can kind of stomach that depending on the person to a certain extent. But then when you say, okay, I think he's better than Michael Jordan, that's when a lot of people are going to push back. And I think it's becoming upon the people that feel that LeBron is better than Jordan to substantiate it. That's the part where I think a lot of these guys get it wrong, right? One, for those that feel that way, they do 2 things wrong. One, they don't substantiate it. So they'll say he's the best and give these very like ridiculous reasons. He's the GOAT. Why is the GOAT? Because he's the GOAT. Okay. Or what they do is they'll say, okay, I believe LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, and then give very bad arguments as to why they believe that. Or ultimately, the third one is when they can't really argue against you, they now look for another point. Well, he's better than Kobe. He's better than you. That's usually what they do, right? I think for LeBron fans, and there are a lot of them, I think you guys need to come up with some actual coherent arguments that are strong that you can, bring forward and have people listen to and say, okay, this guy's making some pretty smart points here, to risk not being laughed out of the room. And I'm being serious. It sounds funny, but I'm being serious. A lot of the arguments that these gentlemen, or in some cases ladies, they bring forward are not good. They're just not good. They're not good. They're not good enough, right? And I think the number one mistake you guys make when you're arguing these points is that you don't deal with the minuses against LeBron. You act like they don't exist. And because of that, I think whenever you guys make that argument, a lot of people just don't take you seriously because they're like, these guys are not willing to have an honest conversation. They just up here trying to twerk it up all over the place and knock people's drinks over. And that's pretty much what they're willing to do. I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Case in point. Okay, you'll say, Michael Jordan is not the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT. Why? Because LeBron has been to 10 NBA finals. Okay, but then LeBron has lost 6 times. You don't talk about the losing. Instead, what they try to do is really explain it away. And they try to give excuses and they try to qualify his losing, and they don't give those same excuses to other players. For example, you can't say that, oh, Michael Jordan never won anything without Scottie Pippen, right? So Jordan couldn't win. And then at the same time, try to then say, LeBron didn't win because he was facing the Golden State Warriors. Well, if you're going to qualify it there, give the reason why Jordan couldn't win. But you don't do that. You're picking and choosing where you want to start the argument, and that's where you lose a lot of people. To me personally, you guys have heard my opinion on this countless of times. We produce shorts, reels that have been seen millions and millions of times. I just don't think there's any argument on planet Earth that you can bring forward to make me believe that this thing is close. And I think that's where it irritates people. The people want to believe it's 1 and 2. I don't believe it's 1 and 2. That's just my opinion. I don't believe it's that close. 1 and 2 gives the impression that it's close, and it's not close. It's not close at all. And I think it bothers a lot of people, but I have actual arguments to support my beliefs. Like I have real arguments, and it's not just, I feel, substantiated. And there's no good argument for it. There's not one. There's not one. And I think what I think some LeBron fans need to be careful of is this. If you want to argue this point, nobody's saying you can't argue it, but you have to be careful to not get into the, turn into, a clown show when you do it. I give you guys an example of this. We put up a poll on our channel, and we said, who's the better duo? Kobe Bryant, Laker duo, excuse me. Kobe Bryant, Powell versus LeBron and AD. Now, an objective fan would easily tell you it's Kobe and Powell, an objective observer of the sport. But then you'll have some people say, well, LeBron is better than Kobe and AD is better than Powell, and therefore they're the better duo. It's like, what? Like, why are you saying? And this is when you lose people. So, to Lamar Odom's point, Lamar thought it was ridiculous because I think he feels that way for this very same reason a lot of people feel that way. Like, bro, why are you asking me? This is dumb. Like, why are we talking about this? And I think it's incumbent upon LeBron fans to come up with an argument because the ones that you guys have been coming up with thus far is lousy. It's just my opinion. So, what I want to know from you, I'm not going to get into the argument. We done killed this debate so many times. I'm not going to waste my energy doing it. But the question to the audience is this. What do you think about the exchange that Lamar Odom had with Bootleg Kev on that, in that soundbite? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.